Hello ethereal beings, welcome to the channel. To be back, I've had a little break. Collectively there's been so much going on. Look at that. Sure, we've all been feeling it to one degree or another. The new year came in, and with that brought fresh new energy. I got some new cards as well. Just shuffling. Hey, woo! I just put down the pile of cards, and they began falling off. So I take it these have messages as well. A few of them, four cards. So this deck that I'm using here is the Dragon Oracle cards by Diana Cooper. And I love the artwork in these cards. Look at dragons. Who doesn't love dragons, am I right? So straight away what I'm feeling is that the ascended dragons are here with us right now, and primarily they have a message for us. And I'm getting that they work very closely with Source or God, the highest frequency of the universe. So we have the rose pink dragon that is preparing our heart to connect with the higher facets of the cosmic heart. Open your heart to warm-hearted love and diamond light. Connect with the love of the universe. So God is saying, connect with this card how it feels right and true for you. So for some, you will be finding that divine sacred love, relationship and partnership is what is strengthening your bond to the divine within you and without you as well. So for some, when we are in a divine partnership, what that does is it opens our heart to receiving divine love in all forms. So not just romantic, but it allows us to more deeply connect with our heart, and that is what allows us to be more love in this world and ultimately shine bright and embody the frequencies, the light codes that come from having an open heart chakra, allowing us to connect more deeply with ourselves and with others. It's very important, because what is more important in this world than connecting with others? For we are all one, but we are separate individual facets of that one consciousness. And we learn through division and separation what true oneness really is. So then we have fire and water dragon. Straight away I am drawn to the infinity symbol, which I take to be a symbol that resonates with the twin soul pathway, divine counterparts, and eternal infinite love. And it says, enables your life to flow with loving force. Yeah, it's interesting. That is fire and water because they're two opposing forces that, when they come together, create a powerful conjunction, a powerful merge. You wouldn't think fire and water could mix, and straight away what they're showing me is that film recently that's come out, Elemental. That's it. There is a water being and a fire being or person in that film, and they come together in love, and their families against their union, against them coming together. And they themselves are even afraid because they think, well, fire and water don't mix, so how are we supposed to come together? But they find a way, and when they take that leap, they discover that actually they are more than compatible, they are made for each other. Their whole entire systems are able to adapt through the power of their coming together, and they are able to be even stronger together than they were apart. They're able to create almost like a new element when the two of them come together. And what I'm getting is that with sacred divine love and partnership, ultimately the reason that God is telling me why the paths are so difficult, they seem so impossible, and it seems like it's bringing two opposing forces together that just shouldn't mix, is to show the power of that love. Is to show the power of that love and the incredible creative potential, co-creative potential that comes from two opposing forces joining together. What I'm getting is the Hieros Gamos, which in other words is the sacred marriage. The sacred marriage that happens when these two opposing forces come back together. Very powerful. Next we have the crystal yellow dragon. Opens you to higher learning and wisdom. Expand your crown chakra for illumination and walk the higher spiritual path. So they're showing me the lotus from this card. See here? The lotus can symbolize growing in the mud, or it can symbolize peace and tranquility. And when we're on a spiritual journey, a spiritual path, what we are truly being asked to do is find our balance and our center and take quiet moments of reflection to connect to our inner self for higher learning and wisdom. We receive that higher learning and wisdom from downloads through connecting to our higher self, our soul self, which is always connected to the divine, God, source, universe. Interesting, black dragon from Saturn. I was tempted to say Saturn then, which is an interesting way to say it, which sounds a lot like Satan, right? And it says, brings you wisdom through spiritual discipline. So many of us, in fact, I would say all of us at one point or another are tempted to make choices that are not for our highest good. Meaning we get addicted to substances, or we give in to temptation to do things that aren't particularly healthy for us, like eat unhealthy or indulge or lie or cheat or whatever it is. I mean, I think the majority of us have moved beyond the frequency of lying and cheating. But Satan, the energy of Saturn, of darkness, of the opposing force to the light, does not wish for us to make the choices that would lead to us living a healthier life. Does not want us to embody spiritual discipline and make choices from that place of spiritual discipline and discernment. And discipline simply means rejecting instant gratification, anything that leads to instant gratification, for something that will take more effort, more commitment, but will lead to a higher level of reward if it is seen through. So that asks us to concentrate and focus on our ultimate vision for ourselves, for humanity. When we choose to follow the path to our greatest good, our best version of self, our highest timeline, what we are doing is we are adding that frequency, creating a way energetically for others to follow, showing that there is another way. There is the godly way. There is the temple path, the way of the mystic. Whatever way moves you into a place of spiritual devotion for your spiritual discipline and moves you out of temptation, that which does not serve, and that which is very tempting, very easy, they're saying. It's very easy to choose to give in to temptation. It's very easy to choose to do something that is not for our highest good or benefit. It's very easy to stay distracted and comfortable. But you do not move, you do not grow, you do not rise. And that is what we are here to do, is to rise and to keep rising. And if we fall, we get back up and we keep rising again. Thank you, Source. Thor's red, black, and gold dragon protects you in times of change. Yes. Yeah, so this card is a reminder to relax. Don't worry about what the other forces are up to or what they're doing or what their temptations are. Know that you are making the choices that are for your highest good, and that you are committed to that, and that you are passing every test that the universe throws at you. So they're telling me as well that this message might not resonate with everyone. And if it doesn't, I'm sure you would have clicked off by now, and that's okay. But this is saying, for those of you who are committed, are devoted to the spiritual mastery path, the spiritual discipline, the devotion required for that discipline, to maintain that discipline, you are accustomed to being tested in a myriad of ways. And I'm getting as well that it's frustrating, and I can relate to this. Actually, just earlier I was thinking, I was feeling a bit low and I was feeling a bit sad. I was like, why does it have to be so hard, you know? I'm making choices for my highest good. Why do I receive so much opposition from that? And why am I tested all the time? And my partner, he said to me, one who resonates with Divine Masculine pathway, he says that we are tested when God wants to know, the universe wants to know if we are truly ready for what we want to bring in, what we desire to create and manifest. And that's the truth. Okay, so thank you, dragons. So next I'm going to take a look at the Moonology Oracle cards. Thank you, God. What do we need to know? Balance spirituality and practicality. Show the world the real you, yes. And expect powerful change. Yeah, speaking of showing the world the real me, this is my hair naturally. It's taken me a long time to love myself enough to allow myself to be seen naturally, because I don't know, I've always straightened my hair for a long time, and more recently I haven't been as much at all. I've just been embracing my natural wave in my hair, and I feel more myself in doing that, you know. It's taken a lot of resistance, fighting through a lot of resistance, a lot of personal doubt and fear and challenges in my external reality to get to the point where I feel that I can show up again for the world. And that's okay too. God is saying you cannot force being in a leadership position, and oftentimes your mettle will be tested. You will be put through certain experiences so that you can then talk about them with confidence, because it's like, yes, well, I've been through that. I've integrated that wisdom, that teaching. I'm ready to teach others now. I can share that. As well as this message being channeled, it's also very resonant with what I've gone through personally over the last couple of months, and collectively too. I feel many of you will be resonating with this. So what has it been for? What has it been for? To balance. One second. Sometimes I have to manually focus so that it shows. There we go. So that it shows the card. We have so balance spirituality and practicality. Yes. So I'm getting that a lot of us, those that resonate more with primarily being a feminine, divine feminine archetype, will have mastered over the course of their awakening journey. You may just be beginning to do this, but you will find that you are just naturally more connected with the spiritual, with the higher chakras more activated and unlocked, which connects us to divine, which allows us to receive downloads, and also makes us more vibrationally sensitive to the world around us, because we are meant to be tuned into higher realities. But when you're tuned into higher realities, you're also more tuned into the subtle realms, the energy realms, and affected by cosmic energies as well. So the challenge for us as divine feminines is to balance our spirituality with practicality. So the physical aspects of life, essentially. We cannot achieve true wholeness and fulfillment as we are meant to if we are out of balance, if we are too connected to heaven, too airy fairy, too in the sky, and not grounded, and being practical with the practical steps that we need to take in order to embody our best self and live a fulfilling and rewarding life, allowing us to take those practical steps to get closer to the goals that we wish to achieve in this lifetime, short-term and long-term as well. The balance is required. And then so for those who resonate with being primarily masculine, they just naturally are divine masculine. They naturally are more connected to the world, the world, the practical world, right? So they already have those things more down, or at least they're able to understand. Their lower chakras are more online and activated. They are more practical, logically minded, and so their challenge is to balance their spirituality, so unlock their higher chakras, connect more with divine, with God's source. And it's important to note that both are just as capable. When we are balanced, when the divine masculine is balanced and when the divine feminine is balanced, we are just as capable of being spiritually gifted or practically minded. We have the same potentials. So God is saying, expect powerful change. Powerful change. That is what I feel tuning into the collective energies, is that there is this momentum towards taking practical steps to bring this balance to your spirituality and practicality. And that will bring in powerful change, but it's also as a result to the powerful changes that have been happening cosmically, globally, to support us, to support lightworkers, starseeds, twin souls in our endeavors and our intentions. And it is time to release negativity. Now, it's very important to note that we don't do this by denying negative aspects of our reality, negative feelings, negative experiences. They all happen for a reason. They all have a purpose. Sometimes that purpose is just to be seen, acknowledged, and then released, which means letting go. And it's very important when you are a deep diver into the levels of darkness, shadow, that we as light workers are asked to do at times, diving deep into our own shadows. What we are doing is we are dog barking in the background there. What we are doing is we are strengthening our roots, planting seeds in the dark, in the dirt, metaphorically speaking, so that we can reach higher up into heaven. We release negativity when we are in those places and feeling low, experiencing negativity, a lot of chaos, all of this. It's all to release the negativity so that we can create space to embody more light, ultimately creating more positive experiences to replace the negative. Do not be afraid of the negative. Everything is in balance. Everything has a purpose. And often that purpose is just to look at the bigger picture, to show us the bigger picture, to remind us that we are more than capable of achieving our goals with this Sagittarius energy, the arrow. So, aiming aiming our desire, our vision to what we want to create, and then pulling back. The universe pulls us right back, which could feel like having to repeat certain lessons, having a lot of negativity, being brought into our reality, to our awareness, to be released and let go of. And the more we allow this pulling back, the further momentum we will have in being pushed forward towards our goal, our best version of self. Wherever we have set our aim, that is what we are creating and allowing the momentum to be moved forward towards. And we've been learning that communication is key. Now it's interesting in this card because you have this woman has her eyes closed and this woman has her eyes open. And it's like it's showing me that it's necessary to spend time within, eyes closed, focus within, not without, in quiet reflection in order to get clear on our feelings, on what it is that we really want to express to others, to ourselves, to be honest with ourselves. And then having this clarity and this confidence of what needs to be said, what needs to be expressed, in order to be embodying our authentic self, in order to be honoring our truth, and releasing the fear of expressing that, releasing the fear of what others will think of what you say, of what you do. Very important. So take a deep breath in and then breathe out. Time to breathe out. Time to just let it go. Let it go to let it in. Let go of the negativity. Let go of the limitations. All the excuses that you tell yourself that prevent you from moving forward, and I'm guilty of this too. Because you have what it takes. You have the confidence here. You have mastered this level of confidence, and it has been born from a whole lot of pushing, a whole lot of fighting. Whatever has been in the dark for you, whatever has been holding you back, whatever has been pushing you down, you've been fighting this. We've all been fighting this. And that has taken immense courage and immense strength. But what have we gained? What have we gained from all of this fighting? And they're telling me that quote as well. The greatest battle of the spiritual warrior is with the self. So even if it looks like we're fighting something outside of ourselves, it's always something that we're actually needing to let go of within ourselves. Something that we're fighting for ourselves. So, to be more confident, to be less afraid, to be less doubtful, to be less insecure, to be less anxious, to be more hopeful, to be more of our greatness, to be more inspired and inspiring. Embody your lion heart. I feel many of us have. Many of us are in that space now, that energy of the lion heart. Strength, courage, You know, the line from the Wizard of Oz. What does he lack? Courage. What does he find at the end of his journey? That there's a lot of darkness in that journey, but he finds himself. He finds courage, and he's granted his wish from the universe. So luck is on our side. Luck is on our side now because we've done the work. We're doing the work. We're not afraid to face the darkness because we know that we are a powerful light. And when we brave our shadows, we are a powerful light for others to follow. And we can trust, and there's a lot of fear. God's given me a lot of fear around relationships with our loved ones. There's a lot of uncertainty. A lot of fear that if we go our own way, if we trust and have faith in the path that is laid before us, understanding that sometimes it will take us away from others. I'm wondering if they will be looked after, if they will be okay, if they will be safe without you, without your presence for however long. This is saying you and your loved ones are safe. So not only are you surrounded with divine protection, when you step onto your highest path, your temple path, your highest calling, you are putting a vibrational shield around your loved ones too. Because you're not getting in each other's way. You're focused on yourself. You're calling in support from the divine. And whilst you are taking care of yourself, focusing on yourself, your loved ones are taken care of. Because God rewards those who help themselves. God helps those who help themselves. Conclusions are within reach. So clarity coming in. Clarity to your mission, to your purpose, to what steps to take that are going to help you achieve everything that you want to achieve. There we go, look, the energy is gaining momentum. So if you felt like you've been pulled back in that bow metaphor, you are about to be shot forwards at a momentum that you have never experienced before, that you or I have never experienced before. Because we are meant for a lot of good, a lot of greatness. And we show others the way by walking it. There is no other way. There is no other way. So God is asking, what do you need to release? What have you released and what do you need to release to move out of winter, during this winter? Metaphorical winter, spiritual winter, but also if you are in whichever it is, northern, southern hemisphere of the world, we're on winter right now. It's cold. When you're in a spiritual winter, it's like you've been feeling frozen in place, you've been forced to focus within, and you are asked to release negativity. Feels very cold, can feel very lonely. But you're learning what you need to release, what has been holding you back. And it's through this clarity of vision that you're like, okay, yeah, I see it now. I see the beliefs, the patterns, the behaviors that are not serving me, that are not going to be allowed to be taken to the next level of self that we are all going to achieve if we are committed, devoted to rising in love, rising and shining in love, which is all of our destinies, right? If you're on this path, if you resonate with this message, you know you're here to rise and shine. Share your light with others. Even if that's just day to day, just being a wonderful human being, your wonderful, authentic self. That is enough. You don't have to be doing what I'm doing. You don't have to be doing what others are doing. Your path is completely unique to you. So trust in that. Whatever is working for you, whatever you feel called to do, to be, to allow, to release, that is enough, and you are serving just by being here at this time, just by choosing to remember your true, authentic, divine self. You're saving lives. God is saying you're saving lives. You're creating a way for others to lift themselves from the depths of darkness, showing them the way home to the light. It is down to each individual to choose whether or not they follow that path, whether they follow that light, whether they choose to embody their own light, move out of darkness, connect with God's source, and ask them to lift them out of whatever situation they're in. Pray, ask, intend, create. We are not alone on this journey. So the adjustments that are required sometimes is just asking for help. Knowing that it's okay not to have all of the answers, knowing that it's okay to be struggling, knowing that it's okay to not be exactly where you want to be in life. You can make those adjustments because you are still breathing, you are alive. You have life force flowing through you. You have the gift that God gave you to ask for help. Now, maybe you want to ask for help from trusted loved ones, or experts, professional experts, or healers, or whatever. Or it may just be that you need to ask God in this moment. An eternal prayer is coming. Dear beloved Source Spirit, God, I ask you now in this moment to guide me forward, to help me to release whatever is holding me back from moving forward with the momentum required to achieve my goals in this lifetime. I ask for you to remove blockages from experiencing the fullness and the wholeness that I wish to experience in my path and journey now. Thank you for the highest and greatest good of all. And so it is. So hopefully that helps. Nothing is yet set in stone. Yes, I was going to say nothing. Yeah, nothing is yet set in stone. So whatever reality that you have been creating for yourself, whatever things that you've been experiencing that you don't like, and whatever fears you may have projected into the future, whatever you may be worrying currently about confirmation, whatever you are worrying about currently is going to come into the future. God is saying nothing is yet set in stone. There's not a single thing yet that is set in stone, meaning you can change outcomes by asking, by praying, by intending, and by taking inspired action. God is saying wishing. If you wish for things to be different and better, that is enough. If you wish sincerely with your heart, that is enough to create a different reality. All you have to do is want better for yourself and know that it is possible and that it is given and it is deserved. Because now the end of a tough cycle approaches. I'm doing the focusing properly. There we go. That's good enough. The end of a tough cycle approaches. So whatever you've been going through personally in your reality that has been tough and hard and has challenged you and you've had to fight through it, the end of this cycle approaches. Okay, so I'm getting that yes, there will still be a lot of challenges, a lot of things to overcome, more to release and all of that, but this last cycle that's really tested us, it's over now. Whenever you see this video, whatever you have just gone through, it's over now. So you can breathe out, you can breathe a sigh of relief. It's over, you did it. You did it. So we're just going to finish off the reading, thank you God, Source, Goddess, by pulling just a few cards from the Ethereal Visions Tarot. This was a gift, which I love. It's beautiful and it's very apt for my channel because it's ethereal. Interesting. Thank you, God. Thank you, angels. Okay, well, I will leave it at that. Oh, and one more. Okay. Temperance. Okay. And justice. Interesting. Okay. So I will show you briefly these cards, what came out in order. Well, maybe not in order, but what came out. So we've got the Devil, Page of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune, Justice, and Temperance. And so I will read these as a message wants to come through. It may not be true to the actual meanings of the cards. Tarot is not generally my strong point. I'm more of an oracle reader, but, well, channeler and oracle reader, but yes. So, Temperance, yes. Thank you, God. What is the message here that you are trying to give to us, give to the collective from these cards? For the highest, greatest good. Thank you. You have proved. You have proved by being willing to face this energy, whatever this has been for you, addictions, limiting beliefs, doubts. You have proved that by being willing to sit and face this and take whatever action is necessary to release this energy from your life, to free yourself, your soul. And you have shown that you are willing to sit there and understand what you need to do in order to gain. So create in the 3D reality. You've brought in justice. Divine justice from wisdom, the owl. You've embodied spiritual discipline, spiritual wisdom. And you are owed justice. If you have not experienced justice yet in your present situation, know that it is coming for you, and it will be in the most unexpected yet welcome ways. That's what's being channeled. Unexpected but welcome. And this is allowing us to be able to give back in a way that is equal to what we are being given. So when we receive this justice, it will allow us to balance out what we are being given with giving of ourselves, to remain in flow, in balance with giving and receiving that the universe wishes for us to be in. So when you receive justice, you will be grateful, yes, but I'm getting that you will know what you are being asked to give in return. And this isn't like a sacrifice, self-sacrifice or anything like that, or give up something important to you. No, this is what is freeing yourself from this energy, allowing you to give more of into the world. Because you are a blessing and you are gifted, each and every one of you. What is your destiny? Move towards that. The wheel is in your favor. It's spinning in your favor. Because you beat this. You're a spiritual badass. Knight of Pentacles. So this is the energy of just going and getting what you want. And not letting anything stop you. Look at this knight. He is focused and determined. He has the sun behind him, there, guiding him, the light guiding him. And he is on his way. I'm feeling guided to actually just read the guidebook here from what it says for the Knight of Pentacles. Bear with. Here we go. Set upright, prepared, efficient, ambitious, and practical. There we go. This is knowing where we gotta go. Because we're prepared. We've got the clarity, the vision, and we are efficient at getting the job done. At mastering ourselves, our reality, and ambitious. So we have ambitions to be more of ourselves, to be more than we have been, to bring in more fulfillment, more wholeness, more peace, more joy, more love, more prosperity, more happiness, more health, more excitement, more joy, whatever it is that we are, that our soul says, our higher self says, hey look, we want this. And we're ambitious. By nature. We've worked through whatever's been stopping us from being ambitious. Naturally. I'm getting that. You are naturally ambitious, okay? None of us want to be stagnant. None of us want to be limited. So we're ambitious. And practical. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's everything that I believe the Angels Guides wants to say. What source? So thank you. Thank you for doing the work. Thank you for showing up. It's not easy. It's not easy at all. You're doing it. We're doing it. And we're not doing it alone. We're doing it together, and hopefully when we find these videos, which is just another platform for our higher self, for God, divine, our guides, to reach us, just through a different voice, that's all. But it's ultimately meant to connect you more to the voice that you have within yourself, to be a confirmation for what you already know deep down, intuitively. And we're all intuitive. We're all a little bit psychic. From my heart to yours, I love you. And keep rising and glowing and shining in love.